workout for you today. The only thing that we need today is going to be a resistance band for our workout, and we're really just going to be focusing on that upper back so that we can keep those shoulders healthy, keep that low back healthy, and build some core strength in the process. So this is the way it's going to work. We've got 5 exercises essentially that we're doing, and we're going to be alternating an upper back or shoulder exercise with a 10-second, really locked in, strong plank. All right, so we've got 4 different back exercises and then our plank, so for a total of 5. All right, so this is the way it's gonna work. We're gonna be going 30 seconds of one of our kind of upper back or shoulder exercises, and then we get 10 seconds of rest. We're gonna go 10 seconds of a really hard locked in plank, and then we get 15 seconds before we go into that next back exercise. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so our first exercise that we're going to be doing is going to be what's called an archer row. So I have my band right here. I'm going to get it onto my hand, so get it around the thumb and just kind of hold it like you would hold a bow and arrow. And then with this other side, I'm just going to wrap it around my hand a couple times, as many times as I need. I'm going to get nice and tall on my hands and knees. This arm's going to stay nice and straight. And with this other arm, I'm going to pull it back like I'm pulling back the bow on a bow and arrow. And I'm going to hold it for a second before I come back to that start. All right, so I'm going to pull, this arm staying straight, nice and strong. Okay, my shoulder's nice and strong. I'm going to pause back here with this elbow back, and then I'm going to bring it to the start again. All right, so that's going to be our first exercise. And then we're going to drop down into our plank, which we'll show in a second. And then the next set, we're going to go ahead and hit up our other side right here. Now, if wrapping that band around your hand is a little bit too much or your band's a little too strong, you can always just go with one strand right here and pulling it apart right there. That totally works fine, all right? Our next back exercise that we're going to be doing is a band pull apart. So we can go a single strand behind us so that we have just that band out in front. We're going to pull it apart, pause like we're trying to crack a walnut between the shoulder blades, and then bring it back. All right, so whenever we bring it back, we don't want that band to go droopy in the center. We always want to make sure we've got a little bit of tension and make sure that as we come back from here, you don't let that band control you. You are always controlling the band. All right, the last exercise that we're going to do for the back is going to be a seated row. So I'm going to go ahead, take that band, get it around both feet. I'm going to extend my legs. Don't lock your knees. Keep a little bend in those knees. And then we're going to go into our row. So what I want you to think, we're not going to be like a turtle in the shell. Okay, get those shoulders relaxed. Bring those elbows back. Think about cracking that walnut in the shoulder blade, between the shoulder blades, and then control it forward. All right, so those are going to be our 4 back exercises. Now, as far as our plank goes, I don't want you to think about this as just one of those planks where you're kind of up and seeing, hey, can I hold a plank for 9 minutes? Okay, this is going to be a super hard plank where we're going to create tension through our entire body. So this is the way it's going to work. We're going to come down to the forearms or the hands, depending on what you feel comfortable with. We are going to drive back into our heels. So push our heels towards the back wall. We're going to squeeze our legs, our butt, and our push into the ground as hard as we can. And we are going to create as much tension in our body as we can for 10 seconds, okay? Now, as we're going through that, again, we don't just want to hang out. A couple things to watch out for. We don't want to let those hips sag, so don't let your butt or your hips fall to the floor. Make sure that we are really pushing into the ground and driving our weight back into our heels. We don't want to be up on our tippy toes right here. We want to make sure that we're driving back into the heels, all right? So that's how it's going to work. As always, I'm going to do one round with you, and then we'll go ahead and if you want to go back and do a few extra, go for it. And hey, let's get into it and have some fun. So go ahead, get your band ready. We're going to start with those archer rows. And remember, we're going to be adding that little pause to it. So here we go. We're going to go in, let's say 5 seconds. Are you ready? So I'm just getting some music on right here. All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and boom, let's go. There you go. So get that arm out, extended straight. Bring that other elbow behind you and get a little pause. We want to be nice and strong with this arm that's straight. Okay, so make sure that we're really reaching. If you need a little bit extra, add a little extra tension on that band. There we go. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm in this kneeling position. Notice toes are curled up underneath. We don't have flat feet. Toes are curled up. And I'm squeezing my butt nice and tight in order to stay nice and tall. All right, rest up. We've got 10 seconds as we drop down into this plank. I'm going to go from the forearms. And let's go. Drive back to your heels. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your legs. Push into that ground to push yourself as far away from that ground as you can. Keep that tension. And rest. All right, so now we got 15 seconds as we go into that other side. So with that archer row, I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to get a little extra wrappage. And let's go. So I've got one arm nice and strong. Remember, toes are curled under. We're nice and tall. Butt is squeezed. There you go. And pull it. So be nice and strong. This arm, think about reaching it out in front. So this arm's really reaching. That way we keep that shoulder nice and strong. You got 5 seconds left. You can do it. You can do it. Yes. All right, get ready. Drop it down to that plank again. And I'm going to show you in just a second how to make this plank a little harder, but it's all about how much tension you create. And let's go. So, pushing into the ground, driving back through the heels, squeezing your butt. You should be shaking by the end of the 10 seconds. This is about you creating as much tension as you can. All right, so now we're going to go to that band pull apart. So, I showed you in the demo, we can go one strand behind, pulling it apart. If you need a little bit extra, you can double up that band right here. And let's go. So pull it apart, control it forward. So this is all about control. Remember, don't shrug those shoulders. Relax those shoulders. Pull it apart, bring it back. Make sure that we are controlling coming forward. You got this. You got it, man. You can do it, baby. Nice. Still, the toes are curled up underneath. I'm nice and tall. My butt is squeezed. You got 3 seconds. All right, now if you need a little extra out of your plank, go ahead, take that band and get it just around your lower back. And now I'm going to add some tension coming from up top. There we go. So drive back to those heels, squeeze it. Oh, push the ground away, squeeze your butt, squeeze your tummy. Keep it all tight. All right, now here we go. Last 2 right here. So we're going to do that seated row. All right? So what I'm going to do is get both strands of that band. And it depends on what kind of band you have. And let's do it. Now I want you to add a little pause right here. Okay? If you have one of these continuous loop bands, then hey, it's kind of nice because it creates these little handles here. But if that's a little easy, just choke up on your band and we can get our rows right here. If you've got one of the tube type bands, hey, you can use that too. Just get that around the feet. And if getting around both feet is a little much for you, then we can just get it around 1 foot like so. And that would get you some as well. All right, last plank we're going to go through. Last plank. Grab as much tension as you can. And let's go. Push that ground away. Drive back into your heels. You want a little extra out of your plank? You can even go to a single leg. If 10 seconds of just a regular one is a little easy. And boomski. There we go. So that was 1 round. We're going to go ahead and rest a minute and do it again. All right, so things that we're really working here, we're really working kind of some good postural muscles in the upper back, along with some really good shoulder stability that will help just get you into that better postural position so that we can be healthy for all the other things that we do, all of the fun stuff that we do outside of the gym, as well as, you know, all the pushing, pressing, pulling that we're doing inside the gym, all right? Hope you guys enjoyed that workout. Hey, go ahead and string as many of those rounds together as you want. You can do 4. I have the link for the timer down below, so you want to do 4, 6 rounds. You want to add just one at the end of a workout to get a little finisher in. As you can see, I don't have a lot of space right here. I'm working on some woodworking projects, so this is a great exercise to do anywhere, right? All we needed was about 3 feet of space, just enough for me to get into a plank, and that's it. All right, so if you feel like this workout could help anybody, please share it with them. And as we always say here at Forever Fit Online Academy, keep making changes.